How Superman handles a Lois Lane interview. Anatomy of a scene. Cool. Let's study this. Let's go.
James Gunn. I'm the writer and director
James
of
Gunn,
Superman.
of
So in this scene, we have David Corenswet as Clark Kent / Superman and Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. They are dating, and Lois calls out Clark for writing interviews with himself to put in the newspaper.
She does.
And he says, well, you could interview me sometime. And she says, right now. And this is the beginning of the part where she interviews him.
Well, Baravia invaded Jarhanpur, and I showed up and told them that wasn't right. And smashed some tanks and things, and a couple of planes and some other stuff. There were no casualties and no significant injuries.
Did you interact at all with the president of Bravia, Vasil Gurkos?
A very small amount.
What's a very small amount?
That was between us.
She was a perfect Lois, though. Gotta say. Both of them
This is
were
all on
great.
the record.
Yeah, but that conversation was between the two of us.
Yeah, and I would ask that question whether or not I knew the answer to it.
I started making this movie asking the question, what if Superman was real? What if he was a real human being with real flaws, real beliefs, and a real relationship with this woman, Lois Lane? And what would their clashes be? And that's where this scene comes into play. And although this scene is about their politics and their moral beliefs, it is also about their relationship at a point where they've been dating for about 3 months, as many relationships go through, and we start to see that there are differences in the way our partner looks at the world, and oftentimes those are the things that can either break a relationship or make it stronger.
Yeah.
I just wanted to keep things simultaneously grounded, but also fast-paced.
Yeah. So one thing that Lois says in the movie is that obviously they're two completely different people, in the sense that Lois looks at the world questioning everything, and then Superman just expects the good out of everybody. Like, he doesn't question, every person he's ever met is amazing, can do no wrong. Just completely two opposite sides of the spectrum.
Illegally entered a country, inserting yourself in the middle of an
No.
incredibly
Hold on a
heated
minute.
geopolitical situation.
Hold on a second.
Where they're just going back and forth in a fast way, but also keep everything as real as we possibly can, and make it a surprise for Superman viewers who aren't used to seeing a 12-minute talking scene in the middle of their superhero
It didn't feel like
movies.
12 minutes, by the way.
Superman is just taken aback by how unstoppable Lois is, and how she just isn't giving him a break. And he's so overly kind in some ways that he's just surprised, and she feels aggressive.
He
You're
thought
this because you know
this
as
was
well as
gonna be
I
a
do that the
smooth
Baravian
interview.
government is not
I
well-intentioned.
think that's almost certainly the case, but do I know that?
I wrote this scene really early on, and it was a scene that I had David and Rachel screen test with to make sure that they had chemistry,
You think this is going well?
and they were very, very good.
I think I'm doing a good job.
bro. The look that she gave him was priceless. But then she really gets him, and it's great. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. And it did not feel like 12 minutes.